Hey everybody, and welcome back to the Bazinga Boys podcast, the premier Young Sheldon and Big Bang Theory review podcast on the internet. I am your host, Purple Curdle, with my co-host, Florian Himsel.
Yep, that's us, the two remaining Bazinga Boys, you know.
Yep.
We had to put it to the vote, and we decided we had to kick Mumkey off, okay? No more Mumkey business, so now we're just gonna be on the anti-reviews channel, reviewing the Bazinga Boys. Oh boy. I can't wait
Shows
to see
up
how
to the
long...
last episode, sounding like he wants to kill himself, and then and then pulls his fucking whatever display he wanted to get up to that episode. It's fucked up, and we're not abiding by it. We're not standing for that. So he's gone.
It's over.
It's just us.
It's all clean Bazinga fun from now on, okay?
Yep.
Alright, so what did you think of these episodes?
I thought they were pretty good overall, honestly. As usual, they're, Young Sheldon, he just keeps producing good Kino content every time.
Oh yeah, you liked the Big Bang Theory this time as well?
It was fine, It was pretty good. It wasn't terrible.
Okay. Well, I thought it was actually really good. I liked the... I mean, this should be the title of the thing is Leonard Gets Laid! And I'm actually so happy for them. These two, I figured right away that they have such great chemistry, or is it physics they do? I don't know, but it really worked out. They really have this awkward way of talking that really works out perfectly.
Yeah. Well, we open the episode, we're in the Cheesecake Factory for the first time. We get the Cheesecake Factory set reveal, which I was excited about because that's like such a big location in this show, and it took us so long to get here.
Wow.
Yeah.
I didn't know. Yeah, I mean, like back in the day, I never knew this was a real restaurant, so it makes sense to learn about this now.
Yeah.
And Sheldon is immediately a complete dumbass, and he never wants to try a new burger. How does he... It's so weird. Like, he's willing to fry eggs 10 different ways, but then, like, make sure it's the same burger every time.
Yeah. It's almost like they're not super consistent with some of his neuroticisms,
Yeah, I mean, you'd think he'd try to find the perfect burger, but I guess he is so autistic that he can't possibly deviate from the Big Boys burger. He was just... I guess we're probably gonna learn in the Young Sheldon at some point that that he has such rich history with the Big Boy burgers.
Mm-hmm. It actually reminded me quite a bit of my little brother. He also cannot stand this sort of thing, and I used to be that way when I was like his age, because he's like, he's pretty young. So,
was he a Young Sheldon, your young brother? Amazing.
Well, I don't know if he's quite a Young Sheldon level intellect, but he's doing pretty good. And
you're the naughty, annoying boy who's really stupid, just messing up his vibes all the time.
Wow, are we doing George Jr. slander this early? That's terrible, dude. Oh my god. He went through enough in this episode. It was tragic.
Did not. He was... Like, he finally had a great opportunity to bond with his brother, but he just can't do it. Like, everything that he says is bad about Sheldon, he gets disproven here. Sheldon is perfectly popular, and he could have elevated his station in the school, too. And then he messed it up by being so jealous of him. Madness. Well, I guess it was Sheldon who messed it up. But still, could have been great.
I think it's clearly the parents who are to blame in this episode. I think for all everything bad happening to Sheldon, but we're not there yet. We got to finish. We got to get through the Big Bang Theory here first.
Nice. I thought we should we should approach it at a much looser rate. Just.
Oh, you wanna do it differently? You don't want it? I wrote plenty of notes, so we can do it in order.
Okay. Well, keep going then.
Okay. Well, what do you think of their, they have a Civil War reenactment with using like the condiments at the Cheesecake Factory to start off the episode here. So what do you think of that? Is that like in poor taste, maybe?
Why would it be in poor taste? Because the Civil War was so important to be ridiculous.
Well, they do place the orcs on the north side, and then Superman is fighting for the south. So,
well, we already got some pretty strong alt history here, but if Superman had crashed in the South, he might see the benefits of slavery. You don't know.
I suppose that's possible. We have seen similar things in the comics. There's like one where he crashes in the Soviet Union and he grows up communist.
That was a movie about that. It was great.
Yeah, that was based directly on a comic. They always do that with the animated ones.
Makes sense. That's probably why they're so interesting. But I think the bigger point is here that they hog all of the condiments in the entire restaurant, and then they don't even order. And Penny is getting upset. And
I don't blame her.
Yeah,
I don't blame the boss for wanting to kick him out either. I don't think she went. I don't think she went to the boss. She came back within like seconds there. I'm pretty sure she just wanted them out of there herself.
Wow, a boss fake out. How amazing. And Sheldon is such a blind follower of rules that he didn't even question it. Even though there was no time. Even though the boss could have been standing right there. So maybe she was right and she never lied. And she's still the perfect Penny.
And now as the bigger nerd on the podcast, I do have to point out, it's stated that Superman would be defeated by orcs because orcs are magic. And that's, from what I remember, that's just straight up not true. They might be created through magical means in Lord of the Rings.
Yeah, that's
but
definitely
they're
not
not magic on their own. Maybe they're referring to like Dungeons and Dragons orcs. I'm not actually too familiar with how they differ.
Maybe. But I mean, it doesn't make any sense. I mean, they're clearly operating on some kind of rock, paper, scissors, Pokemon type bullshit, but obviously Superman would be able to defeat orcs very easily, even if they had slight magic attacks,
Well, yeah, once you get into it, like Superman, the historical example here for Superman is when he fights Shazam, whose powers are all based in magic, like the magic of Zeus and all these other gods and stuff. But usually Superman finds a way to come out on top because he's simply like a better fighter. He doesn't have the mind of like a child and stuff like that. So, yeah.
Well, Shazam gets pretty useful later on, I'm sure, but
yeah. Well, we saw those movies, right? Actually, I didn't see them.
Well, you mean the Shazam movies? Well, there's no Superman in them, so I don't know how they're relevant.
He shows up in a post-credit scene where they didn't pay Henry Cavill to get back, so you just see him from like the neck down.
Oh yeah, I never watch post-credit scenes. It's not worth it.
What? You're... How do you enjoy these Marvel movies without watching the post-credit scenes? That's like the whole reason people go see them.
If it's something good, it'll come up, okay? I'm not sitting through the credits. Jeez. You can't skip forward in the movie. Maybe I'll watch the movie on DVD at some point and then I'll see it. But whatever, it's not worth sitting 3 minutes in silence,
I guess so. I don't know. I think I always try to sit there, stay through the credits. I think it's worth it. But yeah, maybe that's
a
just
lot
me.
of people do it, and it's like they even do it with movies where there aren't going to be any post credits, so it's ridiculous. I can't believe the Marvels have done this to us.
Yeah,
we had a perfect system, and they broke it.
There were people waiting through the credits when I saw Dune and stuff, and that was ridiculous.
But, I can't wait for Iron Man to show up.
Yeah, man.
And Nick Fury is going to recruit them. Hell yeah.
That would certainly change the thing, It's a very different tone, I think, if it ended that way.
Yeah, but we're not in the old days, with the monkey business. So we're just gonna stick to reviewing The Big Bang Theory and Young Sheldon.
Yeah, we're not. We got tangents, Every conversation goes on tangents every now and then, but we're not gonna waste your time here with like 45 minutes of garbage to begin the episode. So.
I mean, I guess I do have some gay adventures to talk about, some minor gay adventures.
That's good content. Do you wanna go into that?
I mean, of course, that is an integral part of the show,
Mm-hmm.
For now, probably gonna run out of stories really soon. But yeah, so there was this British guy on Grindr who sounded really nice. I really got along with him. We had a lot in common. It was great chemistry.
Yeah.
Really, he sent me a picture of a steak and it looked really good, and I'm like, we're gonna eat together sometime. It's gonna be good, And
that didn't disqualify him. I thought you hated meat and stuff and all of that.
No, I just eat like less meat, so I eat like meat two days a week or something.
Okay.
I mean, the less the better, but like if someone makes a good steak, sure. But anyways, there were there was like one red flag, of course, which is that he said he's a crypto trader. Like, obviously, should never trust a crypto trader, but especially not on dating profiles, because like 90% of the time they're gonna try to scam you.
Yeah.
And yeah, I mean that was the problem then. I mean we talked for a long time, but eventually he was like, aren't you tired of waiting for your investments to bear fruit? Wouldn't you rather invest in crypto? I got this sure thing. My uncle, he will hook us up with tips that are certainly gonna be true every time. And I can't believe that this fucking maggot wasted like an hour of our time just so he could try to scam me. What a fucking idiot. Oh, well, yeah. I guess that's what you get. The scammers on it, but I really didn't see it coming. I don't know. Maybe it's the fact that I had so many fruitful conversations on Grindr that it's actually surprising when one of them turns out to be a scammer. But yeah, I would have seen this on another dating site. I would have known right away. Oh, crypto scammer, no thanks. No.
Yeah. That's I don't know. That's pretty wild on there. The only scammers I've ever seen on there are like people who will just immediately send you like, oh, go on fungaysex.org or some shit, like some obviously terrible site. So
yeah, I know. Like I can't believe he put that much work into it. You know, wow. He really had such deep conversations. I almost thought at some point, is this guy an AI? Why does he talk? Why does he have such a good conversation and then all he wants is to get me into crypto? Wow.
That's a real possibility, you know, on these apps, you know. Well, I mean, Twitter's overrun with them. It can't be much harder to put them on Grindr.
Well, I haven't seen any AI on Twitter yet. None that could hold a conversation. Like, that's the whole point, you know.
I guess not ones that can hold, like, a realistic conversation, yeah, but... You know.
Well, if it's just a bot who just spams the same thing every time, that wouldn't qualify as AI. But
that's true.
I asked him about AI, and he didn't say anything stupid like, as a language model, I can't tell you about this, and I assure you that I'm not coming for your jobs. No, he had normal responses, and that was interesting. I don't know if maybe the scammer had to step in to make sure it doesn't embarrass itself, but yeah, I don't know. It almost... Like, there's almost a 1% chance that this hunk could have been the real deal, and I really missed out. And the ensuing insults were totally my fault, but what can I do?
Maybe you could have been like a mega millionaire or something, you know? You could have,
could have
made so much more money out of this.
Well, I told him it doesn't make any sense. Like, if you can do a 20% gain every month, then you would be the richest man on earth in 5 years. So that's how I know it's too good to be true. Mm-hmm. Like it's that simple. Like you could have just taken that money and multiplied it, and you'd be, well, double Elon Musk, I guess. Well, he's not the richest. Like that French guy who makes diamonds, he's the richest now. But yeah, anyways, that was your tangent. That was your gay love story for today.
That's good. I'm glad we got it in there. I think it's an important segment for the Bazinga Boys, I think.
Yep, the Grindr adventures. Oh, I did find out that. So you can use Grindr, like the first 2 pages of profiles you can click on for free, but anything else, it's not going to let you unless you pay. So forget about scrolling down and finding someone who actually suits you. You're just going to have to talk to the few people on top, you know?
You got to learn to use all the different filters to, like, maneuver your way around the app. It's, like, really, really strange.
Oh, yeah? You're
able
this?
To, like, sculpt... Yeah, you're able to, like, sculpt your results using the filters sometimes and get past their, like, usual limit. Usually with the filter, it'll only give you, like, 3 people, but sometimes it'll give you, like, 9.
Oh, well, that's perfect,
it's possible to get around it.
So I can just filter for twinks. That's perfect.
Yeah, there's all sorts of built-in filters and stuff for, all sorts of different people.
Filter out all the tops. What am I going to do? Get fucked in the ass? No thanks.
On Grindr? Never, yeah. What a terrible way to use Grindr.
Hey, like, you can... Like, I'm pretty upfront that, like, at the most we're going to cuddle, okay? There's not going to be, like, butt sex, okay? So...
Yeah.
They know what they're getting into. Like,
That's good.
I just wanted to touch his hard abs, okay? They looked really nice, but not gonna happen now.
Yeah, just cuddles and foot massages and stuff like that.
Yeah, I gotta see that foot guy on Friday. Gonna be
good.
Interesting.
Yeah.
People are gonna be
very interesting.
Like the few people who are loyal fans of my channel here are gonna be so confused. If I guess if you must have all this lore, then you can watch the Bazinga Boys on the Simmy and Jimmy treehouse, and find out why we're talking about Grindr,
Yeah. Make sure you turn on your ad blocker first, though, for a better experience, But do you really think you have a lot of fans who aren't familiar with that channel watching this now, or?
I mean, they might be out of the loop on the Monkey experience. Who knows?
That's possible, yeah.
Yeah,
I guess.
I mean, it's actually pretty unlikely that anyone will have seen specifically these last podcasts where we talked about Grindr. So
that's the
views
were starting to get a little low, but yeah.
On my channel, yeah.
No, on the past Bazinga Boys, the drop off was pretty hard, but I think we've got a loyal enough.
I don't know
here.
about that actually. I think like most people just went back and started watching the first episodes. They probably got boosted in the retrospect, but who knows? Maybe not.
That's possible. I guess we'll have to see. We don't have access to the full analytics on there, and I guess we probably never will. So, who knows?
Yeah. All right. Yeah. So what happens next?
Well, Leslie shows up here, back from the last was she in the last episode or the one before?
I think she might have been either in the first or second episode, where Leonard proposed that they go on a date, and she says, "There's no need, we can just kiss," and then they did, and she was not she was not hyped up by the kiss.
But she's back here, and this time she's very into him and wants to get him over, or she wants to use his place as for their cello recital here or whatever they're doing.
I love it how she sees him play the cello and she knows she must get fingered by him. That's pretty good, Mm-hmm. Yeah, ladies do like to be fingered by a short nerd, It has happened before.
I'm sure it has.
Yep.
We see before that scene ends, though, at the Cheesecake Factory, we see that Penny doesn't actually take Raj's order. Is that okay? Is that like is that the sort of thing that's going to get you fired from the Cheesecake Factory, or what?
No, don't be silly. She took orders and then he didn't speak up. Like, what do you expect?
Well, he's not gonna speak up, and she knows that from personal experience. She knows he's not gonna.
I mean, she probably... Yeah, okay, I guess she does, but she's the dumb bimbo, right? So she can be excused.
I guess so. Yeah.
I mean, whatever. She probably did the right thing anyways by stepping away, because she wouldn't have been... He wouldn't have been able to order at all with her there, so...
I guess maybe they flagged down another waiter after or something, or
he could have just told the guys what to get, Oh well. Yeah. Well. or he could have been ready to point at the menu. I don't know.
Yeah, that's probably what he should have done. But, maybe it is his fault. We can blame him.
Yeah, for his misogyny. Oh well.
Yeah.
Wait, is it? I guess it doesn't have to be. I guess if he's actually just really shy.
I don't know. Wait, do you think he's not speaking to her because he thinks he's above her or something? Or
no, he's definitely shy. But is he shy because he sees them as like a game that can't be messed up, or is he shy because he's wanting to find the one? Well, I guess it's probably that.
That's I don't know. I don't know if I've ever thought of that. That's just sort of characters shy around women. That's just like the trope or whatever. And they're just taking it to its logical extreme. I've never thought about it any deeper than that, honestly.
Makes sense.
Yeah. We hear. How do you rate Howard's beatboxing in that scene? By the way, did you pick up on that? Did you catch that?
Well, I didn't like it until he did the record scratching. I thought that was all right.
Yeah, that's you gotta have that in there.
Yeah, I mean that's probably pretty hard to do with your mouth, right? I don't know.
It must be. I don't think I'd be able to do it.
I mean, the rest of it was not that impressive, mainly because it didn't sound good. I don't know if it was hard to do, but he should have done something that actually sounded good.
Yeah, probably. We cut in next to when they're actually rehearsing this random musical thing that they're doing with the cello. I don't know if they said it was like a recital or what, but yeah. And they have, like, do you think that they're actually playing these instruments here on set at all? Because I was looking, and I'm not sure they are. I think there might be a little bit of fraud going on here in the editing room.
Well, I'm not paying attention, so I don't know.
You're not watching their fingers when they're
I'm not watching their
music?
fingers.
Wow.
I prefer to stay ignorant. Okay.
Okay. Well,
I mean, like,
you don't want to break the illusion. That's fair.
With all the talents that these characters are supposed to have, like, it would be impossible to get an actor who can do all of them. You know.
Yeah, but they could have gotten an actor who's like fully able to play the cello for this one scene.
What? What are you talking about?
They could have cast someone. They could have had the foresight when they were casting the show.
No, you're not paying attention. Like, you'd have to accommodate for so many possible talents that these characters have.
Should actors not be the best of us if they're going to be on TV? Represented in front of the whole world, should they not be capable of these things?
No, it seems like a pretty big waste of time if they learned the cello just for one scene.
I don't know. I think if they'd gotten Joaquin Phoenix to play Leonard or something like that, I think he would have done it.
Wow, and then we get like 10 episodes every decade, you know?
Yeah. He's too busy going and doing like documentaries on animals being slaughtered in horrible ways and stuff. Whatever he's up to.
Oh, was he in that? I already forgot.
Yeah, he was the starring member of the Dominion movie. Yeah.
Wow.
I watched that after you did it on the podcast. It was quite an experience.
And you still want to eat meat? Like, you've seen all those disgusting, like, deceased animals, and you're like, oh, can't wait to dig in, man.
I'm just assuming that this is like an Australian problem in particular.
No!
And that it's probably better where I live, yeah.
It's definitely worse in America.
No way. Americans would never harm
in the US, for sure.
Like that. Well, I'm in Canada too, so
yeah, I guess you might be slightly more lucky. Maybe they even got free range chickens and stuff because of all that useless land you have, you know.
yeah. We actually have no excuse not to have all our animals free range. Yeah, that's true.
Yep, just cows and chickens everywhere, sheep.
Yeah.
Yeah, they just completely obliterate nature, you know, with your domesticated beasts.
Yeah. How do we feel about Leonard here, kind of playing both sides? Do you think with Leslie and Penny at the same time? Like, he's trying to halfway commit. Yeah, he's like, oh no, I'm not really interested in Penny. We can totally fuck. You know, like, is that okay?
Yes, it's perfectly okay. Are you serious right now?
Well, I don't know. He's lying to her. He's just straight up lying to someone.
Who is he lying
sleep
to?
With them. To Leslie about his intentions with Penny.
I mean, whatever. His intentions wouldn't have worked out, though. Like,
are you sure?
I mean, they were unlikely enough that it was a white lie, okay? And besides, like, you can't be serious. Like, you think this is like a big deal to this little lie? Like,
I think lying is a sin. Okay, it's not okay in any situation.
Yeah, well, that's a child's view of the world. Like, he hasn't
That's
even
young
kissed...
Sheldon's view of the world. Okay.
Look, he hasn't even kissed Penny. Okay, like there's nothing here that he needed to be honest about.
Well.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I
think it's deceptive.
Fucking Sheldon in this episode, once again, up to his old being a complete dickhead and ignoring all the turmoil that Leonard goes through, and just like every time reminding him that he couldn't give the slightest fuck about his love life. Yep.
Sheldon, I think, he's at his most based in this episode.
No,
so
he specifically tells Leonard that he doesn't care repeatedly. You think that's okay?
Yeah, that's fine. If he's got to be on. He's being honest to his friend. You see, in this episode. That's
retarded because Sheldon always talks about random bullshit that nobody cares about, and he never catches onto it.
Well, if Leonard were to just be upfront and say he doesn't care, then I'm sure Sheldon would back off, and he'd know because he's been told.
No, there's no fucking way that nobody has told Sheldon that he's constantly saying things that are annoying to people. Like, he knows for sure.
Leonard is such like a weird pushover in these episodes. I'm fully willing to believe that Leonard's never told him that.
Well, yeah, he may have never told him, but like there were a million other people that definitely told Sheldon. And Penny, for example, he could have for sure seen coming that Penny was not into it, and she even like she gets real passive aggressive, you know, and he just thinks she's on her period. What a fucking idiot!
I don't know. I think he's, you know.
Yep, smartest man in the world, baby. That's what we got right here.
He's very intelligent, okay? In all walks, in all aspects. Yeah. That's the point of the show, is that he's a perfect character.
And nobody's told him that it's really rude to just tell people that you don't care about their issues, man. That guy, he has everyone to blame but himself. That's amazing.
Maybe he should have stayed with the therapist from the last episode.
Yeah, if
maybe
only
that
had
sorted him out.
I was thinking that. I was like, man, finally he's gonna this guy is gonna mold him into an upstanding citizen, and then he runs out to read comics. Oh my god.
Yeah.
And they never came back because he learned how to eat food again with the Twizzler.
Yeah. It's you know, all of there's a lot in young Sheldon that makes me think that this is going to become kind of a tragedy as it goes on, though. But we'll get there, I think.
Yeah, I mean, I'm pretty hyped for it, but I really wonder how long we're going to do this.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm thinking,
I don't know.
I do want to keep doing it. It's just that people might not watch it, so maybe we should do like 10 episodes in a go.
I don't know. I think we should just keep on going, I think.
Yeah,
like
just kill off my channel, yeah.
What okay, I don't want to be harsh here, but what exactly would we be killing off?
Yeah,
we with that regular show episode, it's got like 100 views. Like, I don't know.
Hey, that's pretty good, actually. Like, for a channel of that size, getting 100 views is good, and like it decays fast. Like, if you upload boring content, like you can get your views down a lot. You know.
I don't know. Maybe I'm too high in my own.
Yeah, you know what?
Success and
okay, this is on you now.
Here.
Okay, you need to shout out this podcast, and if you're gonna insist that I upload it every week, you know.
Yeah, I'll put it in my Discord and stuff. Yeah.
Yeah, you're gonna.
I did that with some of the last episodes anyway. So
you're gonna get your little purple colony in here.
Mm-hmm. It'll be great.
Yep.
We'll fight the good fight for young Sheldon.
And old Sheldon, who apparently can do nothing wrong in everyone's opinion. I can't believe you're with Mumpke on that one. He would call him base too for this. Yep.
He is. He just is. It's just very true.
Yeah, an asshole all the time. You liked him in that last one too, where he was like a moping mess, right?
Yeah, I think he became an interesting, more deep character in that episode. Maybe he's not like a better person, but he's definitely more interesting to watch there.
Yeah. Wow, we are going long with these episodes, aren't we?
Well, that's the Bazinga Boys.
Let's go through your notes.
Okay, well, so Leonard and Leslie just decide that they're going to go have sex right now. Right after they finish playing, they play the rest of the song like really quick. They start speeding up. It's a good bit. It's pretty funny. But then they immediately go to have sex, and is that like kind of like an inconsistency, given how uninterested she was in the last episode?
No,
is this like lazy writing?
She specifically says that she's an impulsive lady, and she already instantly gave him a kiss earlier, and she said that him fiddling that instrument really got her horny. So I don't know what you want, man.
I don't know. I prefer my setups and payoffs. I want it to be clean, right? And that feels like an issue.
I disagree. I think that they had so much chemistry in that first episode that I actually thought it was a shame that they didn't get together. Like,
no. Well, that's, you know.
And besides,
maybe it's from that other show that they were on or whatever.
No, it isn't. Like, they specifically had they were like specifically nerds there, and they played off each other's nerdiness, and it was great. I think. Like,
I don't know. I think Leonard is I think Leslie is too confident for him, honestly.
Well, she knows what she wants, and she just wanted casual sex, and he would do, so why not?
Well, yeah. But, I mean, whenever they're talking to each other, Leonard's like he's all nervous and weird, and she's just saying what's on her mind every time. And it feels like, you know, like a relationship where he could get bullied by her or something.
What are you
It's
talking
very
about?
weird.
She is perfectly pure. How would he get bullied?
Well, in this episode, she does use him for sex and then immediately kick him to the curb afterwards. So
Well, she never said that she wanted a relationship. It's you fucking normies that always assume that everything has to be a relationship.
that's what people assume. That's part of the human experience. I don't think that's abnormal.
No, casual sex is part of the human experience.
Well, she was talking to him about like, oh, well, don't you want to stay with Penny or try to go after her? And he was like, no, it's fine. Like that hints obviously to
Well, I mean,
him wanting a relationship out of this, clearly.
Well, but that's just considerate because she didn't want to mess it up for Penny, you know, or for him with Penny.
I don't know. I think it's a morally gray situation at the very least. Here,
And besides, he was fine with it. He'd be fine doing it like twice a year.
I guess he probably would be, you know.
Well, he specifically asked.
That would be a good fate for
He
Leonard
specifically
here.
asked to reschedule it at New Year's.
That's true. Yeah.
Like, besides,
I don't know if that's like a desperation play, though. That's possible.
No, it's not a desperation play. Come on, like.
He seems pretty desperate. I don't know.
What, you really think he... No, he knows he's not going to get a relationship out of it just because they have sex like twice a year.
Maybe. I don't know. Yeah, so Sheldon is disturbed, obviously, when they start having sex. So he goes to Penny, and I noticed when he knocks on the door, he has not developed the famous Penny knock yet.
Yeah, I guess
he
so.
just knocks.
Well,
like
in the first episode, they have that joke where they do everything 3 times. But yeah, I guess they do.
Do they?
Yeah, they have
think
that.
so.
They have that bit where she said where he says hello, then she says hello, and then they say it again, and then they do
Maybe.
that 3 times.
So. Okay.
So
they're building to it.
indeed,
That's
I
good.
guess they are.
Yeah. We also get a mention that Sheldon went to college when he was 11. Do you think that jives with the young Sheldon timeline so far? Because he's like 9 in that show, right?
I mean,
So
yeah,
far?
for sure. Like we know that he's like incredibly OP. So
Yeah. I hope they keep to that specific timetable, though. They might want to stretch it out, like keep him in high school for more seasons. And I don't know if that would be right.
I mean, I don't think it would be right. Like, how would it make sense? Because like 2 seasons of this school would be perfect, right?
Yeah, I guess so. I don't know. I'm not sure how I'm not an expert in pacing a TV show, I guess. So
I mean,
we'll have
like-
to just see how it plays out.
Like, what will you benefit from having him in high school for longer? I mean, like
Well, you know, I don't know. They might decide like that's too good of a dynamic to give up or whatever. But I mean, I guess all their actors are aging too as they go. So I don't know. They must have to keep them going.
I mean, I think it would be repetitive to have to do 4 seasons of high school. So like 2 is probably a really good amount.
Yeah.
Actually, you get a lot of variety, and you want to explore Sheldon getting to be in new environments.
Yeah.
And-
Well, we got
and
3
growing.
movies of Spider-Man in high school, and I thought that was the perfect amount.
No,
Yeah, so-
I'm tired of it. I'm tired of Spider-Man forever being in school and never growing up. And
That's what you're gonna love the next one because now he's out of high school finally.
yeah, I mean, I actually do like the one in the Marvel Universe. That one's pretty interesting. I wonder what's gonna happen. How long can Marvel
Yeah.
keep going? I sure hope. Ah, God, I would fucking love it if we see a Spider-Man actually grow up and
That would be good.
replace Iron Man. That'd be so good.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I don't know
I don't know
how.
if he needs to replace Iron Man. That's not really Spider-Man's place as a
Well,
character. I
it
don't
should
think.
be okay. I don't care about this friendly neighborhood spider bullshit. All right, I want
Wow.
I want Avengers with Spider-Man. That's what I want.
You think he literally just shoots webs though, and like is strong? Do you think he can keep up with the rest of the?
well, he
I guess
would-
he does beat them in Civil War, so maybe he can.
Well, he would have it pretty easy if he has that spider suit, and like Stark gave him a lot of tech, so he probably can do it. The question
That's
is,
true.
does he have the power of making that tech himself, or will he just live off the scraps? Maybe get some magical powers. Who knows?
Maybe. I remember Ned has the magic at the end of that one movie, the last one there. So who knows?
Ned? Who's Ned?
Yeah,
I don't
Ned.
remember.
Are you serious? Oh no!
Who is Ned?
That's his friend in the Spider-Man movies.
Well,
in
what
the
magic
Marvel
does he
ones.
have? Oh, right.
He gets the Doctor Strange ring. Yeah.
Yeah,
I think that's setting him up to be the Hobgoblin. I think they're gonna skip like an original Green Goblin because they already used Willem Dafoe. Then they're gonna have the Hobgoblin.
Hell
and it's
yeah.
gonna be fucking sick because the Hobgoblin is like the best villain in the Marvel universe.
Look, I want him to be a hero again though. Afterwards, I think they should redeem him.
That I think that would be the best play. Yeah.
Hell yeah.
But have him be like this evil, demonic Hobgoblin for like one movie though. That's all I want.
God, it's like we're the fucking nerds from Big Bang Theory.
I think that's I don't know. I think that's part of why we're doing this. Yeah.
Yeah,
That's what drew me to the show originally. Was it's
Monkey was too normie.
references.
He doesn't get it, you know.
Yeah, filtered by Big Bang Theory. Can you believe that? That's crazy to me. But
Yeah, imagine.
It's like when people complain about giving birth. It's like so many people go through this, and yet somehow you're lacking the conviction here to stick through it. I think that's shameful.
Well, they don't end up giving birth. The fools.
I guess some people don't, but I guess most people end up doing it. But you know.
Yeah, I mean, I definitely wouldn't do that. That sounds crazy.
Well, yeah. Fortunately, we're never gonna have to be in that situation. So.
Yeah, until we get the Schwarzenegger treatment, you know.
Yeah.
I
We
probably
all become Mr. Mom.
So I probably prefer to have that treatment from that movie where they have eggs and they have little babies in eggs. What was that movie called? It just came out like last year.
But Mr. Mom is Michael Keaton. That's not. Yeah. What's the one where Arnold gets pregnant?
I don't remember.
Oh, okay.
Is he pregnant with a clone of himself? God, go on with your
so.
notes. This is.
Yeah. We get there's a moment where Sheldon picks up the instrument case from that Leslie had, and he's like, "Well, it's either Leslie or a 1930s gangster." Do you get that joke?
Well, yeah,
as
of course.
as an Austrian.
Yeah,
Okay.
because like Al Capone had like a Tommy gun in there, I assume.
Yeah, he had I don't know if it was actually like a violin case specifically, but yeah, that's at least like the thing that's in all the media. So.
By the way, I'm just thinking of Elon Musk and his stupid ass Cybertruck, and he said, "Oh, it's bulletproof against 9mm." Wow, that's gonna be really useful for your time traveling Al Capones when they come with their Tommy guns, you know.
Yeah.
But then, of course, it turned out that not even those bullets would be stopped by that shitty ass truck. So.
Yeah. Then they bring it on stage and they're throwing balls at it and it just shatters.
Well, actually,
what a great presentation.
It turns out that you want the side windows to be breakable so you can escape, like that woman learned in the lake. But yeah,
but that's not what the Cybertruck's marketed as. It's not marketed to be like a safe car for people
right?
in it. It's only supposed to be safe for like I guess keeping people out, which just seems
definitely.
It's basically just made for him because he's like all paranoid that someone's gonna come up on the street and shoot him. So.
Well, definitely not for crashing, because you'll definitely die, because it doesn't crunch up.
Yeah. It's not that's a whole thing.
I really wonder if we're going to see Musk appear in these. It's going to be crazy.
I don't think so. I think he only really did The Simpsons, but I bet they're going to mention him at some point, so we'll see.
Maybe. I feel like they haven't, but who knows? They do a lot about Star Trek.
Yeah.
All right, so
we get
Sheldon,
the moment.
Sheldon brings Penny into the apartment to show her the sock. Isn't that crazy? Like, he does not even remotely realize that that Leonard would object to Penny finding out that he's having sex, you know.
Well, yeah. Well, that's no good, but yeah. I don't know.
Well, that's no good.
In keeping with his character.
Privacy is no good.
No, it's no good to invade people's privacy.
Yeah.
That's what I mean.
Yeah, maybe you should bring everyone from the apartment in and ask what they think it might mean.
Yeah, everyone from the whole complex. So, what do you think's going on in there?
And then he calls
that
him
would be a pretty good
anyways.
scene.
Oh my god.
Yeah, he calls him on the phone. That's my favorite part. That's a great scene, by the way. I think just showing off his acting, his ability to carry this one-sided phone call for a minute there. It's good stuff. It's truly good. It's great television.
Yep. Wow.
Yeah. And then we see Sheldon, like pretty much everyone falls asleep, I guess, including Sheldon, and he dreams about the Big Boy burgers. He wakes up like talking about it. So I guess he's still not over it from the start of the episode.
Wait, when did this happen? I don't remember this.
When he falls asleep on the couch, and then he wakes up and he's like, oh, Big Boy burger or whatever.
Oh, okay.
So, yeah.
Yeah, that's weird because he wasn't into those anymore, I guess. Damn.
I don't know. Maybe maybe the dream was about his warring needs here.
Yeah.
On the burger front. Who knows?
Yeah, I wonder if we're gonna see him going to Big Boy Burgers and it's just like a children's restaurant and
Yeah.
and he
It sure sounds like it.
He has to crouch down at a children's table.
That'd be great. Yeah.
And then he insists that it's his birthday and they have to sing a song for him.
Yeah. Now, I mean, in my DMs, you keep insisting to me that meat is like, and burgers especially, are horribly unhealthy. But yet Sheldon is eating one. We see later on when he's back at the Cheesecake Factory, he's eating a burger and he has a second burger on his plate. So,
Yeah.
I don't know. I think I'm gonna trust Sheldon on this. I think.
Wow.
I'm gonna keep eating my burgers.
Unbelievable.
I'm gonna enjoy my life.
You're gonna eat up those deceased cows, yep.
Yep.
Just be
The disease cooks out. The bacteria gets cooked out of food. That's like why they cook it.
Oh yeah? Do you think we just eat like the most diseased animals, Like you think they're gonna taste good?
Burgers usually taste good. I don't know if you think they're diseased. Well,
Besides,
I don't know if that's borne out.
Like a lot of like beef especially is served like medium rare or rare, and that's definitely no good. Like,
Well, I don't eat that crap. Honestly, I don't have like these like uncooked steaks. I think that's nasty.
yeah.
Yeah.
What
So,
level do you have? Then do you get well done?
I just don't get steak, honestly.
Ah, okay. Well, I mean, burgers do it too sometimes.
Well, I'm not. I would send that burger back, honestly.
If
it
it's
came back
pink
and it's pink in the middle,
inside,
yeah, I'm not okay with that.
Yeah, I mean, I'd soldier through, but yeah, I'm not happy about it.
We see next. Leslie has touched Sheldon's board in the middle of the night.
Ooh.
This becomes like a whole conflict for the rest of the episode, and I think it speaks to Sheldon's character that the moment he knows this happened, he like speaks out about it. He's talking to her. He's telling her that this is a boundary that he has to set, and that it's not okay for her to touch his board.
And he doesn't even
And I
check.
think that's good.
He doesn't even check that she was right.
Well, I don't think he'd assume that anyone else would be right.
Yeah,
so.
I know. Like,
No.
that's what you think is healthy. It's just like being immediately offended.
Normally, it's a fair assumption.
It's
for Sheldon,
actually,
though. We
like,
see he's consistently right in the other. show.
No, he's actually like insanely retarded about this because he barged into Penny's room and cleaned it all night. Imagine, like, how is it possible that he can't understand how that's inconsiderate? But he thinks like, you touched my board and fixed my equations. This means war.
Yeah, I don't know. Did Penny tell him that that's not an okay thing to do? I don't think so. Not before he did it. So
Leonard definitely told him. Like, he told him in many ways.
That's not Leonard's apartment.
And then by Penny's reaction, it would have been pretty clear.
Well, yeah, after the fact, and he's not going to clean her room anymore.
No,
I assume.
he's definitely going to clean it now. She's up for it now.
Oh well, then there you go. It's all working out.
It's
all coming up Sheldon every time.
Maybe he needs to get Leslie over more often when he's stuck. She'll just in a blink of an eye solve all his problems.
I don't know. I have to assume that it was a branch of physics here that he wasn't really familiar with or something.
No,
less
it
so
isn't.
than the other stuff.
Because he's
No, there's no way she's actually getting equations right that he's getting wrong.
No, specifically he says, now I'm going to have to share a Nobel Prize with her. Like, this is the peak of his science,
Well,
and he's been shown up, and he's pissed. He's malding.
I think it's fair to mauld. I don't know. I think that's a good mauld there.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know. That's We then have Penny confronts Leonard in the hallway. I guess confront is the wrong word, but she comes up, she talks to him about how he got busy last night.
Hell yeah.
And she just reveals that she knows about this and stuff. So is that good? Is that is it okay if you know that your neighbor has had sex to go and talk to them about it in the morning? Is this a normal boundary that people go through? Okay.
Yeah, like
I guess so.
It's nice to congratulate your neighbors on having sex, you know.
Okay, well, that's good.
And
Have you been congratulated for your escapades?
No, the walls are usually pretty thick. There was there were some times where I heard the neighbors do it, and I guess I would be too shy to congratulate them, you know.
No.
But they must have had some real noisy hookers. Oh my god.
You think they're getting sugar babies too? They might not be.
I mean,
just in like a full relationship here with like a wife or something.
Dude, if your wife moans like that, I don't know. That might be time for divorce. That's. Oh my god! Like if your neighbors can hear it through the walls, like Jesus fucking Christ. Unless he tried out like a new sex toy that really blew her mind, I guess. But like Jesus, control yourself. It sounded really stupid too, like you wouldn't believe, but whatever.
Yeah.
Maybe he was watching porn real loud. Who fucking knows?
That's possible, I guess. Yeah. I don't know.
Yep.
Yeah. Yeah. We then get the reveal that Leslie was just using him after, which I still think that's not okay. You know. There's a lot of Cheesecake Factory shilling toward the end of the episode, though, when they return there. And Sheldon enjoys it, and Leonard enjoys it clearly because he's got the burger. Sheldon definitely has, because, again, I don't know why this stuck out to me so bad, but he has the burger that he's eating and another burger on the plate. Like, he's getting 2 burgers here. Or they're just fucking up with the prop department. Who knows?
He's just a 2-burger man, you know?
Yeah, that's why he went to Big Boy Burger. He's a big boy. He needs lots of burger.
Yeah, maybe he does all his eating in one meal.
Yeah, no, that's possible.
No, we know they fasting. Eat multiple times.
Well,
I guess
he has breakfast, I guess. Yeah.
Well, they mentioned about being invited to lunch and dinner, and it would be
that's true.
He doesn't want the two to clash, you know. They must be culinarily different.
Mm-hmm. Those burgers look really, really large from the Cheesecake Factory, too.
Yeah.
So, I don't know how he manages to stay thin, and yet I'm not.
That's clearly his big brain immediately burns all the calories, okay? You wouldn't understand with your small YouTuber brain.
Wow, I don't think that's true. I think, I've been thinking, actually, do you think at the end of every season, should we do an IQ test of some sort? Just like an online one? And see if the Big Bang Theory is like making us smarter. I think that's a good idea.
I mean, I've seen it already, so I already would have enjoyed the benefits, and you have too. We're both already.
Well, I haven't seen it in a while. You've got to the brain is just one big muscle, right? You got to keep it exercised.
No, we both have already graduated from the Big Bang Theory. Okay, I guess we're getting a second degree. You know, maybe we'll be a double doctor in the end. Yeah, let's see if that pays off.
We're getting second and third with young Sheldon. So,
well, I feel like that one's less smart. Actually, it's more like, you know, like relatable drama. But I don't know if you're gonna learn much from young Sheldon.
Maybe, I don't know. Yeah.
Let's see. What did we learn today? We learned about bananas freezing. That was pretty interesting. Mm-hmm. What else was there? I guess something about cellos, maybe how they. No, I guess I'm musically illiterate, so I didn't learn anything there.
Yeah, I don't know. I didn't pick up much from the cello scene. I guess no lasting knowledge here.
I guess we learned some misinformation about the strengths of orcs and Supermans.
Yeah, that's true. Maybe this is a problem. Maybe we'll end up with a lower score every season.
Just permanently decaying.
Yeah. Well, that's pretty much where the episode ends, I guess. They go back to the Cheesecake Factory and talk to Penny again. Say it didn't work out with Leslie, so you know.
I mean, it worked out for her, I guess.
I guess so, but you know, not for Leonard.
I mean, like, if a girl tells you that she's an impulsive woman, do you really think that she's out for a relationship and she wants to be fingered by you? Like, really? Now, come on, I can't believe you're blaming her for this. This is insane.
I think it's rude not to be fully upfront about it, especially when you're clearly talking to like the most desperate guy in history.
Yeah, but he's also pretty smart. Like, he should be able to understand the words when she says that she's impulsive and she just wants to, and she's just horny. Like, come on.
Maybe. I don't know. I think it's, it's an all around unfortunate situation.
I mean, not really
for everyone but her, I guess.
He would have still done it if he had known.
You're probably right. Yeah.
Like, he specifically wants to go again in New Year's.
Yeah.
He wants to have a permanent booty call, friends with benefits. He's up for it, okay? Like, the only one
I don't know if twice a year is, if that's, is that enough to satisfy him?
Well, no, it isn't. But like, he doesn't need to be. I mean, it's an open relationship. It's a friends with benefits. You can have. He can do all the dating, all the non-successful dating he wants.
I guess so. Yeah.
Yeah, I can't wait for that New Year's episode when he tries again with Leslie.
Yeah. I don't know if that's one they're gonna pick up. I think that's one they're gonna pretty quickly forget here.
I don't know how Leonard could forget about that. He's probably counting down the days.
I think the writers could though on this show.
No, come on.
I think they could.
It's definitely coming back.
Maybe. Who knows? We'll have to see. That's why we got to keep going, is to see here.
Yeah.
But yeah. Now that we got another Chuck Lorre vanity card though at the end of this Big Bang Theory.
No, you gotta stop doing those.
No, I hate
them.
This is important.
This is already going too long.
Every time I used to watch this I used to read the vanity card every time after the episode. This is an important part of any of his shows. Okay,
it's so boring.
In this
dude.
one, it's
just
short. In
just
this
like
one, he's
Sheldon.
just ranting about like some Entertainment Weekly article, and that's it. It's just more like pathetic rich guy ranting. So we don't have to go through it.
Well, you're the one who cares about it.
I do.
Ugh.
And now I care to see. I want to see him fall. Honestly, I'm invested in Chuck Lorre's destruction now. So I'm sure we'll get it eventually.
Why? Why would he fall? Whatever. Go ahead. What time?
Because he sucks.
Wow.
Well, that's it for the episode. We got to move into Young Sheldon now.
Time for Young Sheldon.
Yeah. And this one opens with the whole family watching football, and of course, I remember this being set up in Big Bang Theory at some point. That Sheldon, he watches the football stuff, and he knows it all. He gets it out because he's done like all the calculations, and he knows all the stats and stuff.
Yeah.
So that's consistent. I thought that was I clapped when I saw it, just like the Death Star in Rogue One. It was amazing. See that callback realized.
What? Rogue One was all about the Death Star. You're confusing your references.
Rogue One is all about, you see the coolest thing that you remember seeing when you were a little kid and you clap. And that happened for me in this episode of Young Sheldon.
No, there was like another movie where they stole like the plans of wait, that was Rogue One. I'm stupid. Okay.
That is Rogue One, yeah.
Oops.
Yeah, see, it's, that's what it's really about, though. The actual plot was not the focus of Rogue One.
I mean, Rogue One was epic. I don't know what you're talking about.
I don't know about that, man. I don't know.
Magic.
Yeah.
How could you? No.
Yeah. I don't know. Apparently Sheldon does all of the accounting for the family for free, or at least he does their taxes.
Well, yeah. Who else?
I guess, yeah. That's it's an economical way to do it. But do you think they should be like paying him for that?
I mean, he doesn't want money. What are you talking about?
I don't know.
Besides,
I've never seen a family ask their kids to do their taxes before, so I'm not sure what
Dude, he can do those taxes in like 5 minutes. What are you talking about?
That's probably true. I don't know.
He doesn't need to be paid.
Yeah. They bring up the question of whether Sheldon is actually George's son. What do you think about that? Do you think he is?
Well, I mean, we know he has the same DNA as Missy, so he probably is. I don't know.
Yeah. You think that might be just like a joke for the episode briefly, and not like an actual like big plot reveal here going on?
I mean, it could be, but I guess it would apply to Missy too, so it'd be weird.
I guess yeah. We'll just this is why we got to keep watching to see. Maybe this is going to be a big reveal down the line. Yeah. Stephen Hawking's secret child or something. Who knows?
Yeah, could make sense,
Mm-hmm.
But instead of being a cripple, he instead has a perfect metabolism. Yeah. It burns burgers in a minute.
Yeah. In the truck, and later on, we see Sheldon talking to Georgie, and he poses a question to George Jr. here. Why does everyone knowing something make it right? And George's response is, because that's what makes our country great. What do we think of that? Is that like sound logic here?
No, the thing is that he admits defeat because it doesn't make it right, but I think he just think it's. I mean, I guess it doesn't make sense, but I thought he meant that this means that like everyone's able to say what they want, and that's what's good. But I guess that doesn't make any sense either.
Maybe. I don't know. I think it's pure cope from a poor brainwashed child, honestly.
Well, yeah. I mean, obviously he's gonna be mad.
Yeah. This is a particularly sad episode for poor George Jr., honestly, the whole way through.
Yeah.
But,
I mean, I really think that George even used Sheldon to get to that party, Like, George could have benefited, and he could have had a better relationship with Sheldon, and he threw it all away and just misused him to get to the party.
Well, no, there's the part, like, he's, like, later on, he's trying to talk with his dad about, like, football and stuff, and young Sheldon, he's gonna help them with that, and George Jr., he wants to be included, and his dad sends him out to the car to, like, grab a calculator for him. It's like... I don't know. I think that's pretty sad.
I mean, that would take a minute. Come on, dude. There's nothing.
Well, but then he doesn't include him in the football discussions because I mean George Senior, he rightfully knows that Georgie's not going to have shit to input on this, but still he's not like including his son in this about like.
I mean, I'm assuming he didn't bring the calculator, and that's why they didn't get included.
You think so?
Yeah, I think so.
Maybe. I don't know. I think it's just a very tragic situation for poor George Jr.
I don't know, man. I don't trust him. I think he's always down on Sheldon for no reason. Okay.
Well, they mentioned that George Jr. will end up in court for urinating in a phone booth. So we have like this might be even darker than the Fuddruckers idea for poor Missy.
Well, I'm pretty...
I don't know what we're going to see in these coming seasons, but it might be pretty terrible for George Jr.
I mean, urinating doesn't sound that bad. I'm pretty sure he's going to do worse crimes than that.
Yeah, I don't know.
I mean...
Probably.
I mean, I'm pretty sure we heard that he's going to be arrested at some point, so... Like, the fact that
Mima's convinced that he will be, so...
And I'm pretty sure Sheldon said it in Big Bang Theory at some point. That we've seen already. So like
I don't think so. No, I've been tracking this pretty close.
But the fact that it's just pissing is probably better than anything actually bad. But who knows?
Maybe.
Guess he's just like an annoying hillbilly, just pissing everywhere, yeehawing.
Yeah. I do think this is a pretty decent episode for George Senior though, because he's learning a lot from young Sheldon. I think it's good. It's good to see them together bonding over anything, because they're just the best characters on the show as far as main characters go.
I mean, like I like this episode a lot, except for the ending. I hate when shows like this just can't help themselves, and he just has to return back to normal. Like, would it have killed them if he just like helped them with the maths every once in a while? Like, wouldn't that have been nice?
I'm sure he will. But I don't know.
Well,
I think they wanted to resolve this plot pretty cleanly,
They burnt
right?
this bridge. He's not going to help them anymore because he tattled.
Maybe. I don't know. He might end up doing it anyway, but we'll see.
Yeah, I mean, maybe. But I think it's... I mean, I didn't like this ending at all.
Yeah, I don't know. I thought it was a great ending, especially when we got to Mima there. But I want to save that for when we actually get there.
Wow, we're still going.
Yeah, that's what people expect. This is how long these take.
Yeah, you've really taken the notes. Maybe, yeah, I guess there's so much to talk about. It's a problem.
There is. Like, after we see young Sheldon, like, helping them out with the football game and stuff, he becomes, like, a little celebrity at the school. And we see briefly a scene where, like, a cheerleader grabs him and hugs him into her breasts. And is this okay for the show to be doing with this child actor? We live in a post-cuties world now. Would this fly nowadays, do you think, if this came out now?
I mean, I should hope so. Like, wow, you're offended that she hugged him and he didn't... Like, she was wearing clothes. Come on, dude.
I don't know. I think we might need to check Chuck Lorre's hard drive. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. Just a little check, you know?
That's ridiculous. Wow, you... how woke can you be? Jesus, man.
Hey, I don't know. I think that's a bipartisan issue these days, isn't it? I don't really know.
I mean, no, like canceling TV shows over someone getting hugged. Like, come on, no, that's not bipartisan.
Maybe you're right.
That's woke
maybe
and broke.
Line. Who knows?
You are.
I went woke and got broke. I don't know.
Yep.
Yeah, that's unfortunate. Well,
so,
yeah, but Sheldon certainly in the show doesn't seem to enjoy it though. So.
Oh well, yeah. I mean, the character certainly hates it. I think actually that this might be what he's referring to when he says that the other kids were putting hands on him. You know.
Well, yeah. I mean, later Tam he's just talking to Tam and he says, "Oh yeah, all the other kids were touching me," and he has to specify like, "No, they're not. They're not like straight up molesting me." So
yeah, but I think when he was talking about getting bullied, I think this might have been what he was talking about.
That's possible, yeah.
In the other episodes,
that's very possible.
Because I don't really see this Sheldon getting beaten up, but I guess it could happen. Like maybe he picks a fight in a really stupid way, as he's known to do.
Maybe. But yeah, I don't know. I think it's proving correct that these teenagers they're not good.
Right.
They're
and like this is specifically his neighbor's party, and Sheldon says that he was getting grabbed by his neighbors, so maybe this really was what he was talking about, you know?
No, I guess so.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Well, we'll see if there's any physical violence against Sheldon, you know?
Yeah, I think there's gonna be like a real sappy episode where he gets like physically bullied by a child, and then by like another kid,
sappy?
Maybe the chicken boy. Who knows? Probably not. You know what? I think the chicken boy is gonna come to his rescue.
Yeah, I think
because he's the secret hero of this show. I think the moral compass.
He might be, yes.
Yeah,
we'll see.
Mm-hmm. We get an Asians are smart joke as well. Is that acceptable in a post-cuties world?
What are you doing? Yeah, yes, jokes are acceptable. Holy shit. Oh my god, you're worse than Monkey. I thought we wouldn't have to talk about things being edgy anymore.
Well, you know, I think, I don't know.
I thought
it was an interesting idea.
I thought we were going to focus on the greater picture, you know?
Yeah, I don't know. If we can move past that, I suppose.
So the kid just says he helped him with the math. He just said to the other kids, and they bought it because he was Asian. Like, that's not even...
Yeah. I guess it's a joke about Asian stereotypes.
It's not even remotely racist, yeah. and it's told right by him himself, so it can't be too bad if the actor is okay with it.
Well, the actor's like 14, so
yeah, I guess
I don't know how much you want to trust their judgment on it, but yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, maybe.
Yeah. Mima in this episode calls him Moon Pie for the first time. I think that's for the first time in this show, but that was another thing set up in Young Sheldon or in Big Bang Theory. Whenever he talks about Mima, he brings that up too, I believe.
Yeah.
That's good. That's more consistency. It's what I want to see.
And I can't.
That's why I watch the Marvel movies. It's why I'm watching this.
Yeah, and it's crazy how we're getting like the first hint of monetizing Sheldon's skills, and it's outright rejected on every level.
Well, they're all I mean, he helped her at some point for that, so.
Well, yeah, but then he trolled her, I think, and she lost money.
Well, at the end, he does.
Even though it's not clear, he may have just like she may have just been unlucky, you know. But who knows? Did he purposely make her lose and risk her being assaulted by the 90s gangsters?
That's I don't know, maybe. I guess that's. I think we got some more to before we get to that ending scene, because I think that's the most important part. But,
wow, really, that's the most important part.
Absolutely, because I got another like cultural question for you when we get there. But yeah, we see Georgie's hanging out. He's sulking in his room after he's like rejected, turned into this like fucking poor errand boy and stuff for his own family. But then he's playing the loud music, and his mom comes in and starts yelling at him. And I think that's it's just like the sheer neglect that Georgie faces in this episode it's truly. It makes me sick. Their abuse is fucking sick, honestly.
What? I
think it's terrible.
But he's a nasty kid. He needs to be yelled at.
He's not a nasty kid. He in this episode he's doing great. He just wants to be included.
He just wants to terrorize them with music.
No, he just wants to. He wouldn't be doing that if they just let him fucking talk about football with them. That's like the one thing he's interested in.
Instead of getting that calculator, he went to his room and blasted music. Wow, good boy. He really deserves to be included.
I don't know. As someone who's been shut out of things that would be very, very interesting to talk about before, I can relate, I think, to poor Georgie, honestly.
I'm sure you deserve it some way.
Absolutely not.
But it can be very insufferable, sometimes.
Well, that's I think that speaks to a flaw in your character, honestly.
I can't believe I have to review all of the regular shows all on my own. It's terrible, but it's probably better.
You don't have to.
Yeah, your insight was pretty weak, anyways. Just always comparing it to SpongeBob and hardly ever talk about the show itself. Just complaining all the time.
Well, I don't know. When are we uploading this?
Probably not.
Is this going to come out after that?
Yeah, okay, spoiler.
We got to keep this weekly, though, yeah. You've spoiled the regular show episodes already. That's unfortunate. Although I will say that last one gets... that might have been my lowest point mentally.
Whatever.
Oh. Well, that last regular show episode might have been my lowest point. Oh, shit. Am I actually cutting it? Oh, I'm going to have to disconnect, reconnect real quick here. Okay.
I mean, you'll still be fine in the audio, I guess. Whatever.
Yeah. Am I back? Oh, fuck, I'm not back. God damn it.
Okay, so... No, I think we're going to upload this soon. Yeah, I hear you. We're probably going to upload it in like a few days. So, yeah.
Yeah. That last regular show episode is like my lowest point mentally so far. So I think
you should all watch that.
That's
gonna be great. It's good content.
Yeah, I'm able to pick my why do we fall so we can get back up. That's what I learned from Batman Begins, which I recently watched. You can see my review on Letterboxd.
How fat were you in that one?
You're gonna have to check the review and find out. I guess I'm not giving you that information.
Well, I gotta look it up now because otherwise I would seem to be fatphobic.
No, I think we can just keep going on the show.
Okay? Like Purple mentions his fatness each time. So
yeah, it's a way to hold myself accountable. Okay, it's a good thing. Don't try to shame me for that.
No, it's great, and I intend to fat shame you until you lose weight. I'm that good of a friend, supportive. Oh Jesus, you're 328. That's a lot.
That's I know, but it's lowering slowly but surely. I think the average
it went up.
Down,
it went up from Steamboat Willie.
Well, it went up from the last thing. But I think the average is going down because it varies by like 10 pounds a day or whatever. So
Oh yeah, okay. Well,
within the day,
I guess it does. But yeah, I mean, like the only way to gain weight is to eat. So like,
well, yeah, I mean, yeah. We see later here that like Sheldon, he mentions briefly like, oh, I'm going to become a drug addict or a lawyer. What does he have against lawyers, do you think?
What does anyone not have against lawyers?
What? Lawyers serve a very important function in our society, I think. They provide an amazing service that everyone needs.
You are so clueless. Holy shit.
No, I'm just right on this.
No.
Lawyers, like, what do you, if you get like arrested for some bullshit, what are you gonna do about it? Are you gonna learn all the laws on your own and stuff? No, you got to go to the expert on this thing and get yourself defended.
Well, that's
what lawyers are for.
I mean, usually you end up getting like a free lawyer in that case, right? So
I mean, you can.
So
that's up to you.
So those aren't even the good lawyers that Sheldon would turn into. But like most of the lawyers,
are you saying that Saul Goodman at the beginning of Better Call Saul is not a good lawyer when he's the public defender?
No, I'm saying like that. Well, I meant I meant like the high paid lawyers. Okay, I mean I guess that's probably like the morally most good lawyers. Yes, but like it's all downhill from there.
Do you think his skills though, like the skills of a public defender, just aren't up there?
Well, I mean,
I think some of them can be really good.
They don't have that profit motive. So you'd think that the highly paid lawyers would do a better job, right? Like, why else would you pay them? But then like the civil lawyers, those are like a big drain on society. If you see how much. Like how big the process of getting literally any issue resolved is. Oh my god, dude. Like going to court is something that needs to be avoided at all costs.
But imagine doing it without a lawyer though. Like that, it would be so much worse.
No, if you just had a king and he would just say what would happen, that would be way better. Like
okay, so we're learning you're like pro dictatorship.
Yeah,
here?
and then the romance messed it up by introducing lawyers to the concept. You know, like we were better off when we had like the pharaoh. That was a good a just system, you know. But then the Romans came, and then the rich people could just pay for lawyers, and then they would get right. And I mean, obviously, I like that as a rich person, but I mean, I don't know how you think that's a good idea, you know.
You still get a free lawyer though. That's the point.
Well, yeah, but
you have legal representation. It's not just decided by like the king or whatever. Well, I think that's the worst way to do it.
Those are the worst lawyers though for you.
That's fine. They can be bad lawyers. It's better than having none.
I don't know. I mean, like, yeah, okay. So those, sure, but like, obviously the lawyers benefit from how confusing the civil system is of disputes. So that's really bad. Yeah. And that's why everyone...
In the same way plumbers benefit from, like, having knowledge on how, like, pipes work and stuff. That's just having a job.
That's the most retarded thing that you've ever said, Purple. I hope you're happy with yourself. No, it's not. No, plumbers actually...
I'm so right. It's unbelievable.
Are you actually just going to interrupt me while I tell you while you're retarded? Okay.
No, go ahead.
Okay, dumbass. Right, so... Like, I can't even fathom how that just came out of your mouth. That is so stupid, man. Like, obviously, plumbers, they don't make things overly complicated in a way that's bad. And obviously, when you pay plumbers, then they do an actual job that's actually useful. But when you pay lawyers, then... like the system that they have to go to, like if we're talking about like a dispute on who gets the land or who gets the inheritance, or like someone sues you for no goddamn reason, like then the lawyers are gonna get rich from that interaction. You're gonna lose money and time and everything, unless you win, and then you maybe you don't lose anything. But otherwise, yeah, it's definitely a problem. Like if you struggle with your inheritance, like the lawyers are probably gonna get half of that, whatever is left after it. You know, it's crazy. Like obviously, lawyers just complicate things to a crazy degree, and that's why people hate lawyers. And I don't know how you're unaware of this.
Do you think lawyers are responsible for the laws and like the whole legal system being so complicated?
Yes, I think...
No, they're not.
That is insane.
That's up to the fucking lawmakers who are making all these...
Yeah, I'm sure...
I mean, obviously...
Yeah, all those people who studied law. Yes, the lawyers.
Lawyers are not the same as lawmakers. Lawmakers are like elected officials.
Dude, the lawmakers...
Like in Congress.
Do you think Congress knows how to write law? No, they get lawyers to do it. And then the lawyers write it as complex as possible.
Congress write law?
What you think?
The legislative branch of the government includes in the U.S. Legislative branch. It's literally their job to come up with laws. Like this is literally what they do.
Well, if that's what they do, then they have studied law, and then they could have either been lawyers or they could have done that.
I guess so. I don't know, but I don't think the lawyers are to blame.
I mean,
I think you're just wrong.
Like I guess you've got this other gap in your education here, where politicians are next to lawyers equally despised by the populace.
No, politicians are rightfully despised sometimes, quite frequently, I would say.
Dude,
I'm not putting it on the lawyers.
Dude, lawyers are just the politicians of court.
I guess
it's the same job.
No, it's not. Their job is literally to learn the law and like help get their clients out of a jam and whatever. That's like what they do specifically. Lawmakers, their job is to hopefully write laws that are good for the country.
What are you talking about? No, like half the other lawyers are going to be responsible for getting the other people into the trouble.
Their job is to represent the other side. Like both sides in a legal matter get legal representation. That's like the point of the system, is that you have this like both sides debate kind of thing on whether someone's guilty or not.
Yeah, I mean, like we'd probably be better off if we had combat over who's right. Like lawyers are pretty much as bad as it gets, you know.
Wow. I think that's nuts.
Like the system is purposely obtuse, so you need a lawyer. Just the same way, like it's obtuse to do your taxes, and you need to get a taxman.
Yeah.
But at least the taxman is on your side, and he helps you like get your refunds or whatever. But like the lawyers, they're gonna get way more out of you when you go to them.
Yeah. I don't know, man. I think it's just a crazy perspective to have on lawyers this year.
I mean, like it's not an uncommon perspective for sure. Like people definitely hate lawyers.
I think most people view lawyers as like blood-sucking leeches because they're fucking uneducated on the topic.
No, dude. They're like the more you know about lawyers, the more you'll see. Like,
no, I don't. What do you know about lawyers?
What do you mean? I deal with lawyers a lot. Sure hope they don't hear this.
Yeah, you better hope they don't, I guess.
Like you realize that you can't buy any piece of land without going through a lawyer, right?
Well, yeah.
Like they've inserted themselves into every aspect of like higher society.
I'm sure there is like a process where you could, but like obviously buying land is going to be complicated, so it's going to help to have a lawyer.
I bet you've never talked to a lawyer.
Nope, not once.
Yeah. Have you?
No, I have not.
Yeah, of course. Okay.
Yeah.
I mean,
I don't know. And yet I still understand them more than you do. That's crazy.
Yeah, I sure love how you understand something you have no idea about. Wow, you have such a great understanding of the world. Good job. I love your stupid assumptions.
Yeah, we live in an internet age. I don't need personal experience to know these things anymore.
You just watch Better Call Saul, and then your idea of what a lawyer is cement. That doesn't even make sense. Like, there's some nasty ass lawyers in that show.
Well, yeah. Well, they're only nasty to each other, though. They're not nasty to like their clients, except for for Saul half the time. But
Well, I mean, Saul for sure, and then like the others, they don't care about their clients and all, and they just want to make money.
I think Howard at least has some care for some of those like shady. What is it, like Shady Shoals, Shady Sands, whatever it's called?
The one that's
Shady Shores.
The one that's specifically
that's
shady.
the Fallout town.
Yeah, that is.
I don't know. That whatever. Whatever they called it, whatever the fucking nursing home was where they were scamming everyone. That one. Yeah. I don't know.
Well, I mean, Saul brought that case up, but then he blew it on purpose, so that was cool.
Yeah.
Typical lawyer thing to do.
This isn't the Better Call Saul podcast, unfortunately. We should do that as well,
Yeah, I can't wait to just devote countless hours to shows.
Yep. There's got to be less episodes of Better Call Saul than fucking Big Bang Theory, though, right? Like, there's probably only
I'm hoping
like
we'll get through them a little faster, though.
Yeah, maybe. Well, we're hitting 100. We're at an hour and 20 minutes here, so
Jesus.
yeah. Well, Sheldon, in this young Sheldon episode, Sheldon wins the day by snitching to his mom. And do you think that that's like a good message to impart on the viewers?
I mean,
that you can win through snitching.
I mean, you gotta be careful. Like if you snitch to your mom about everything, then you'll be known as that guy, you know. But I mean, Sheldon,
he's already known as the snitch of the house after this one time.
Well, yeah, but I mean, he used it well because he got himself out of 3 situations he didn't like. So that was a good use of snitching. But if you're just like snitching over minor things, then that's definitely bad. But then, like,
you're okay with the tactical snitch? You're saying?
Yeah, I mean that's definitely the lesson, I guess. But I'm thinking here that Sheldon did everyone a disfavor by snitching, and his mom should have also seen that he's finally popular and encouraged him to keep doing it instead of giving into his manipulation.
His grades started suffering though.
Oh,
that's
bullshit.
The thing. He got a B+. Which is like terrible.
That is so stupid. Like I can't believe that instead of like bettering himself and learning how to deal with distractions, Sheldon would just give up on helping his friends and family. Wow, he got everything right, and he just forgot to show his work. So all he needs to do is like be more present while doing the homework, and then he can slack off while he's doing the math for the other guys, and it would have been fine.
Yeah.
But nope, he once again has a great opportunity to grow, and he rejects it. And this is why Sheldon, despite being brilliant, never gets anywhere. And like,
well, if he starts getting B's, I don't know if he would have gotten into college or gotten his job at the end. So,
I mean, his job is holding him back, as we've seen in the last episode. Like, he could be making.
You think so?
He could be making luminous fish lamps. Instead, he's getting pissy because his whiteboard has been tampered with, you know, and he
could be,
and he's been shown up by a girl.
More ponchos. Yeah. I guess I don't know if that's a better use of him. I'm pretty sure everyone in the show ends up getting like a Nobel Prize by the end. So,
well, yeah.
I think Sheldon's research is pretty important, but you know.
I mean, I don't think so. Like, Sheldon is clearly like a godlike intellect, like Sherlock Holmes or Rick Sanchez, and all he does is like theoretical physics. That's beneath him. Like, he could be improving lives every day with his inventions, but he doesn't do it.
We don't know what happens in the future of the Big Bang universe. Maybe like solving string theory finally like plunges the world into a new golden era. We don't know.
Yeah, clearly.
No.
I mean, no.
I don't. Sheldon seems to think it's pretty important, and I'm trusting his judgment on it. I don't know.
Well, he also thinks that he would have been a train conductor if it didn't work out. So
that is true. That is true.
He has his fixations, and it would have been really good if someone had taken him out of his comfort zone to do something important, like we see in this episode. But then it gets undone by a funny
I don't know
joke.
if solving the football game is that important, but you know.
I mean, he could have made a lot of money with his aunt, with his Meemaw, so that would have been something.
I don't know if Meemaw could afford to share, honestly, which is what we see in this final scene. My favorite scene of the episode. This is what makes this episode here, okay? Do you know who the actor who shows up is when Meemaw is gambling?
Is he from Sopranos?
Yeah, I'm gonna be honest. I was gonna pretend that I totally knew exactly who it was, but no, I don't know. Yeah, because I had to Google it. It's Ray Liotta, who is like, he's in all sorts of things, right? Ray Liotta, he's a guy.
I mean, he seems familiar, yeah, but I don't know.
Let me Google what he
actually can we do a big thing here? Can we rise above the common reviewer ability of recognizing important faces and just like discuss ideas instead of people in the future? Do you think we could do that?
No. We don't want to call out all the amazing cameos these shows have to offer.
I mean, unless they're like relevant to us. Like, if you don't even know who it is, then absolutely not. Like, I think that really bogs down the podcast and the show.
I think people would have been I think people are happy to know that Ray Liotta made an appearance in Young Sheldon. I think that's a good piece of info to get out to the world.
Damn.
Yeah. You know, he played fucking Billy Handsome in the Call of Duty Black Ops 2 Mob of the Dead map. That's a great map. That's a good map. That's like the first like
map,
truly great zombies
he's not
map.
even in the game. One. It's just in the map.
Yeah, well, in Call of Duty Zombies, okay, they have these maps occasionally because they released them for DLC and they put like a lot of production value into them. And like once every Call of Duty Zombies game, they usually have like, oh, here's the big celebrity map where we get all the celebrity cast. And this was the second one, Mob of the Dead. It had Ray Liotta. I forget who else is in it.
Wow.
But it has some other celebrities in there, you know?
It's just...
The first one had, like, Robert Englund. It has Sarah Michelle Gellar.
It's just like that movie that the guy in Sopranos wrote where there's a butcher, a zombie butcher, and he's a mobster. I
mean, I know Ray Liotta's, he plays, like, mobster characters, right? So that's why he's playing, like, a loan shark in this show, and that's why he's playing a mobster in Call of Duty.
Makes sense. I don't know.
He's dead now, apparently. So.
Oh, no.
You know. Yeah.
But yeah, I really would prefer not to talk about cameos, especially after it's already this long. Holy shit.
No,
okay. I thought you were going to say something insightful about Mima. Instead, it was just the actor. Oh, come on.
No, well, I think this is a good moment for Mima as well, because she works her way out of this jam. She knows she's on the level for gambling, right? She knows that you never stop before you hit it big, because you will every time if you keep going. Yeah, and she proves it.
That's what I'm telling.
She hits that jackpot.
That's what I'm telling myself was the stocks. You know, one day I'll make it big.
Yeah. Yeah, keep going. Keep on going. Someday you'll hit it.
Yep, just keep sinking that money.
Keep pulling that lever.
Yep.
What another great lesson for the kids in the audience, you know.
Yeah, it's crazy. I mean, like, that didn't even save her. That was probably not a lot of money. Like, how many quarters would that have been?
It's just like a bunch of quarters in a little trough. I don't know. Yeah.
Well, he didn't need...
They seem like they're pouring out pretty slow.
He didn't need another cup, so it was a lot of quarters, I guess.
Yeah, quarters do start to add up pretty quick when you have a lot of them. But I don't know how much. Maybe she's only betting in like fucking... I mean, that's like a 25-cent slot. Maybe she's only betting like $50 on these football games and managing to get into debt that way anyway. Who knows?
Yeah, maybe she's only $50 in debt. Yeah, maybe. Who knows?
Yeah, and this loan shark came and like fucking came to accost her at the casino over $50. This like the most pathetic guy.
Well, he's really into her, so that's probably why.
There is some undertones of that. So
yeah,
who knows?
He probably would have.
Maybe he'll show back up.
He probably would have broken her legs if it was anyone else, you know.
Yeah. You know he was in Cocaine Bear. I'm just on his Wikipedia now.
Stop it! Oh my god.
Okay, well, apparently he's only in this one episode of Young Sheldon, so...
Well, of course.
Mima remains single forever, I guess.
Oh, yeah, I guess so.
How sad.
Yeah.
Everyone has such sad fates in this show. I think it's truly, like, the biggest tragedy of our time, this whole show.
Yeah, and she's gonna be having Alzheimer's and stripping naked in the Big Bang house, yeah.
Yeah. Like, that's gonna be awful.
Yep.
No, wasn't that Leonard's mom?
Or, no, it was Sheldon. Sheldon's Mima.
Okay. Damn.
And then Howard was horny for her, which I guess makes sense because she does still look pretty attractive.
That's the darkest fate of it all. Is fucking catching Howard's eye. Honestly, he had like 3 lines in this Big Bang Theory, and all of them were just him being like pervy and weird. That's like 100% of his character so far. Yeah.
Can't believe you're calling out like the Asian jokes, but you're fine with this creeper being a main character. Yep.
Well, that's not culturally insensitive. Okay, that's just
that's
just how things were back in 2009.
It's just sexist. Oh, that's better, I guess. Good thing women don't have culture, huh?
I don't know if women, if you can say that women have a distinct culture. Is that like a thing? Do men have culture?
I mean, women,
a distinct one.
I think women have culture, but men don't. Men just well,
who's being sexist now?
Men just have burgers and baseball. Okay, they don't have culture, but women they get their nails done and yeah. Yeah. Yep.
And they go out and gamble with them.
Yeah.
I guess. Mima's got some crazy nails in this episode. So. Yeah.
Yep. There you go.
Well, I believe that's about it for the Big Bang Theory and Young Sheldon, though. Oh, the other fucking Chuck Lorre card, though, at the end of Young Sheldon here. It's a brief poem. Modernity's scary, antiquity's worse, can't go forward, can't reverse. So here's a plan to ease your unknowing. Ride the horse in the direction it's going.
Okay, you know,
what do you think of that?
That's insightful. Well done.
Yeah, that's good.
Yeah,
that's good insight.
You know what?
Sure.
I'm just gonna take these things and I'm gonna accept them for the smart things that they are. I'm not gonna give in to your belittling of them. Okay?
You're not gonna question this multimillionaire who got all his money from writing like fucking sitcoms or whatever. You think he understands it all?
I mean, that was some solid wisdom right there. Okay, worthy of a Sheldon.
What does it even mean? What does that even mean?
It means that you shouldn't worry and you should go with the flow, which I guess is kind of like Timon and Pumbaa, but still, you know.
Yeah, okay. A moral communicated in a fucking children's show. That's all we're getting here.
Well, what are we watching
good insight
here?
From Chuck Lorre. This is not a children's show. This is a cerebral show, okay?
Yeah, very cerebral.
This is about like science. It's about
No, Young Sheldon is fit for kids, okay? You're insane.
It's fit for kids. It's a family show, right? But it's it's supposed to have these big ideas, okay?
Yeah, okay.
That's the goal with Young Sheldon.
I mean, I still think it's good, you know, not to worry about things.
Yeah. It might be solid advice, but it is like fortune cookie bullshit. Okay, so at the end of the day, I don't know how valuable.
No, fortune
it is.
cookies are never insightful. Actually, they're pretty trash.
Fortune cookies are. Oh, you don't think they're like a fortune cookie can be as insightful as like, oh, go with the flow? I bet I can find a go with the flow fortune cookie.
Well, I mean, it wouldn't have been as intricate as that one. It tells you about.
Well, yeah, they have a shorter piece of paper to work with on the fortune cookie.
It tells you about all your political worries and how stupid they are. That's nice. Okay.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. I think blindly ride into the future without a care is stupid advice, but you know, that's just me.
Yeah, okay.
I think it's stupid in the Lion King too.
You better go worry about who killed your father. Stupid. What a waste of time. Yeah, it's not going to lead anywhere. You should just stay the vegan with the pig and the merman. Wait, what's it called?
Yeah, stay here. Stay in your pod, Simba. Eat the bugs. You know, that's the moral of of Timon and Pumbaa. Okay, they're terrible characters and a terrible influence
be vegan.
on
that's
our children.
right. I mean, like if you don't remember that, actually, I guess they eat bugs. I guess that's a different kind of vegan.
They do
just eating insects.
That's the meme, right? Stay in the pod, eat the bug. That's
the
elites want you to eat bugs. I don't fucking know.
Yeah. All right, well there we go. I think this is probably
the only thing we're losing without Mumkey is we don't know all these fucking weird memes, I guess. But yeah, it's unfortunate.
Yeah, well, I thought it was a pretty good episode. Hope everyone subscribes for more and smashes that like button.
What?
You know?
Well, which episode do you think was better though? Who wins?
Oh
Because
shit,
I'm keeping
I
a running
forgot
tally
about
here.
that.
Yeah, Big Bang Theory or Young Sheldon? I'm on Team Young Sheldon here.
No, I'm definitely Big Bang Series. I guess we'll just be drawn forever.
Well, how should we like flip a coin or something to resolve it, like a virtual coin?
No, it just gets points.
They both get points? Do they both get a half point?
Yeah, I guess so.
Okay. I guess we can do that.
I mean, we're not gonna.
We need to find someone else here to join on for this. Someone who's gonna.
No, it's already too long. This is
fucking commitment.
Like this was perfect. All right, let's just stay with this.
Well, we're never gonna resolve on these episodes though. We're gonna have like these half points forever. I think that might be a problem.
Maybe.
Oh well.
I mean, maybe we'll just get rid of the rating altogether then.
No, we got to keep it. That's an important part of the show. It is. It's a cultural institution now. We can't remove it.
I mean, we
can't change it.
Well, I mean, I know I can't change your point because I can't change your mind because your brain is hardened and
you could convince me if you want to try to convince me why The Big Bang Theory is like the better episode.
I mean, like we're just showing that Sheldon can do great things, but then in the end decides not to as usual. But then in Big Bang Theory, we have Leonard's love life blossom for the first time probably in his life, and I think it was a really big moment. And I think we definitely spent longer talking about it too, so it definitely had more interesting points to be made.
You know, I guess you're right that this young Sheldon is kind of like a wheel spinning episode. I guess maybe the Big Bang Theory might be pushing the show forward a little bit more.
Oh, thanks.
So I think you've fucking convinced me for the first time and probably the last. Okay, but yeah. I guess that puts Big Bang Theory at 2 here.
Hell yeah, we did it.
2 points, yeah.
I don't know. I think maybe you'll find I'm pretty convincing if there's no monkey yelling around, you know?
Yeah, no fucking distracting apes to mess us up here. We got a much better dynamic on our own, clearly.
Yeah, everyone will just be happy and we'll get along.
Yeah.
All right.
It's a beautiful time. We're entering a new golden age of the Bazinga Boys podcast here.
Yeah, I mean, you can definitely depend on this podcast to come out every week, with
every
no
week.
issues.
I'm sure we're gonna try.
I mean, we'll probably
and we're gonna do it.
I mean, we'll pre-record them, you know.
We could start doing that. Yeah. We'll have to sort out the release schedule too, because that's
definitely time to end it now. Okay, so check out the regular show podcast. That one's pretty interesting.
Yeah. And check out my epic channel on YouTube where I post Half-Life videos, I guess. And yeah,
check out the Purple Kernel, and hopefully I'm working on a new Isaac Explained video, so that'll be worth checking out too on the Himsel Games channel.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Yeah. Another episode in the books. We'll see y'all. Goodbye. We'll see you in the next Young Sheldon. Goodbye.
Bazinga.
Yeah.
You know say boys.
Oh, we need to like work this out ahead of time, or maybe it's funnier if we don't. Who knows? Whatever.
Too late. Don't talk about it. Ah.